You know, some artists don't fit cleanly into a box. And David Allan Coe was one of those guys. He wasn't polished, he definitely wasn't safe, and he definitely wasn't built for everybody. But what he was real. David Allan Coe lived a life that most people wouldn't survive, let alone turn into music. Prison time, hard living, a reputation that followed him everywhere he went. And yeah, some of that reputation is complicated. Some of it controversial. Some of it deserves to be looked at honestly, not ignored, not excused. But here's the thing. You don't get artists like Coe by playing it safe. What he brought to country music was something raw, unfiltered, sometimes uncomfortable, but also authentic in a way that a lot of music just isn't anymore. He wasn't trying to be accepted. He was trying to be heard. And for a lot of people, especially folks who felt like outsiders, he was heard. Now, when you talk about Coe, you have to talk about The Ride. Because that song right there, that's not just a song, that's a moment. The Ride is storytelling at its finest. Simple setup. A man hitchhiking gets picked up by a stranger, and that stranger turns out to be none other than Hank Williams. Now think about that for a second. Not just any artist, Hank Williams, the ghost, the legend, the foundation of country music itself. And what unfolds in that car isn't just a conversation. It's a passing of something, a warning, a lesson, a look into what this road, this life really costs. Hank tells him, "Don't call me a star. Don't light my cigarette with your lighter. And if you're gonna play the game, you better understand it." That's not random. That's country music speaking to itself. The Ride is about more than Hank Williams. It's about fame versus reality, dreams versus consequences, the cost of living that outlaw life. It's a young artist thinking he wants it and a legend saying, "You don't even know what it is yet, bruh." And here's where it hits different. When Coe sang the song, he wasn't just telling a story. He was living in that space between legend and warning. David Allan Coe wasn't perfect. None of us are. He wasn't meant to be, but he left something behind that matters. Songs that feel lived in, not manufactured. And The Ride is one of those songs that once you hear it, you don't forget it.
Well, I was thumbing from Montgomery. I had my guitar on my back when a stranger stopped beside me in an antique Cadillac. He was dressed like 1950, half drunk and hollow-eyed. He said, "It's a long walk to Nashville. Would you like to ride, son?"
Long walk to Nashville. Would you like to ride?
I sat down in the front seat. He turned on the radio, and them sad old songs coming out of them speakers was solid country gold.
Yeah.
Then I noticed the stranger was ghost white pale when he asked me for a light, and I knew there was something strange about this ride. He said, "Drifter, can you make folks cry when you play and sing? Have you paid your dues? Can you moan the blues? Can you bend them guitar strings?" He said, "Boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? 'Cause if you're big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride."
Yeah. This is some funky, funky stuff. Ooh, man, look.
Then he cried just south of Nashville, and he turned that car around. He said, "This is where you get off, boy, 'cause I'm going back to Alabama." As I stepped out of that Cadillac, I said, "Mister, many thanks." He said, "You don't have to call me Mister. The whole world called me Hank."
Like the kids say, this is fire. Somebody call the fire brigade. The whole world calls me Hank. Yeah.
He said, "Drifter, can you make folks cry when you play and sing? Have you paid your dues? Can you mourn the blues? Can you bend down guitar string?" He said, "Lord, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? But if you're big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride." He said, "Drifter, can you make folks cry when you play and sing? Have you paid your dues? Can you mourn the blues? Can you bend them guitar string?" He said, "Boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? But if you're big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride."
Not easy. Can you make them feel what you feel? Can you make that guitar talk to them? Can you touch folk? Can you make them hoop and holler like they in a gospel church, in a Baptist church in Mississippi? Can you do that? That's what good music does, right? It's a long, hard road. Yep, from someone who knows. Love it, because if you're big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride. Love the song, everything about it. Those guitars, his voice, upbeat tempo. That's some rock and country music right there. Yes, sir. Man, look. Loved it, guys. Thank you so much for recommending that song. I had a ball with it. Enjoyed every minute of it. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than that. I thought the ode to Hank was just beautiful, you know, this ghostly figure on the road, you know, this guy gets in, he gets a ride. He only takes him so far. Hey, look, I'm going back to Alabama. I got stuff to do. But if you're trying to be a star, you know, you need to make them people feel some stuff, right? Yeah, man, make that guitar talk. Loved it.